to Love Local, the podcast by Jen Cornish Design, where we spotlight the incredible independent businesses in Newbury and the surrounding areas. I'm your host, Jen, and each episode I'll be chatting with a local business owner to hear their story, how they started, the challenges they faced, and the creative and marketing decisions that helped them grow. Today, I'm joined by Katie from the Shire Collective. The Shire Collective is a networking group for independent businesses. Katie runs Coffee with Purpose mornings, as well as wellness events and business coaching. So welcome, Katie, to the podcast. Shall we start with you telling us a bit about the Shire Collective and how you started that business and everything about it?
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me on here, Jen. It's lovely to be with you. So the Shire Collective really started, it started quite organically, really. So I moved out of London and I had been used to being very much in a creative, buzzy environment with other people who were following their dreams, their passion. And when I moved to West Berkshire, I really felt the lack of that. And I didn't find a space that sort of resonated with me. So really what I decided to do was to build my own space of a place where people could come, they could share their business stories, they could learn from each other, and really kind of get sort of the motivation from being around other people who were doing their own thing. So that's really what I did, is I created the Shire Collective from a need that I personally had. And really that's how it has grown and evolved. And it is quite a different place now than it was the 7 years ago when I first started it. It has changed quite dramatically. And it's definitely not a traditional form of networking. There are no 1-minute pitches. There are no Instagram sort of moments where we just have like real conversation, there's real support, and there's the opportunity to build really lovely business friendships. And that's really the essence of what I try and portray with the Shire Group.
Yeah. And I know, obviously, coming to your events, it's such a relaxing atmosphere. It's really helped my business grow. That networking space can be really daunting, to walk into a room full of effectively strangers and then talk about your passion. So for anyone out there listening, if they were to walk into a Coffee with Purpose, what would they expect to see?
Well, I very much I set the tone where I give people a bit of a pause, so they can come into the space, they can bring whatever is going on for them, whether it's kind of the highs and the lows. We celebrate each other when something great happens. We support each other when maybe people need a little bit of a boost. It's a place where people can be real, be vulnerable, and to take that much needed pause, because we all do live very hectic lifestyles, and running your own business is a real juggle, especially when you have other commitments going on as well. I know you know all about that with your family, but it's definitely something which I feel like when people come into the Shire Collective, they cross that threshold of a space where it's like they're giving themselves permission just to think about what's going on for them. I try and create a warm, cozy space. Yep. I don't love big, intimidating groups of people myself. And so I tried to create something where if people were a bit nervous about that, they could come and not be scared, not be intimidated, be welcomed. And I really do say that there is a very much a welcoming energy and vibe to anything that I try and create for people, because I know I struggle with going into environments where I don't know anyone, or I have to introduce myself. I find that quite difficult. So what I really have at the essence of the Shire Collective is somewhere where people can turn up and it's okay that you don't know anyone, and not to worry, and to be brave and hear your voice. Yeah.
And what you've created is amazing, because you can walk into that room and you've effectively got your tribe of people. It's a group of people that are all business owners, that know the journey, that can offer advice. They could have potentially been through some of the issues or challenges that you might be facing. And it's just a small group that is warm and welcoming, that everyone's really supportive, really. So obviously you've said that the Shire Collective has evolved massively over 7 years. I can't quite believe it's been 7 years. And so can you tell us, when you were first starting out, obviously it is hard to start your own business, and what sort of challenges you faced started out, how you overcame them, and kind of how you've grown to kind of make it a bigger business that it is today?
Yeah, so I think one of the things that I sort of, to start with, I had created the Shire Collective, and it was from a need of having my own design business that I created this space to connect with other people who were running their own business and sharing their ideas and helping keep you motivated. But as I sort of loved hosting these events and more of my time was taken up with the Shire Collective, I thought, gosh, I really could give more. There is so much more that I could be giving, but I didn't come from a traditional kind of, I hadn't done psychology, I hadn't done any formal like coach training. I had come from sort of a place of lived experience with running my own business, working for big brands, traveling the world. And that, as much as that lived experience is great, I really did feel like I needed more. So I did a ICF coach accredited diploma, and so and that was really gave me the confidence to be able to deliver more and help people more. And so all of my learning was very much like backed with science, with ethics, with a real sense that I had the confidence to deliver what people needed in a way that I knew that I needed to have that extra training behind me. And one of the things I've learned is, and one of my values is that I love learning. I love sharing what I'm learning with the groups of people that come into contact with me. And one of the Shire Collective values that I really do try and do is that I'm always looking for that next course that can help me offer more to the people in the community that I've created. So that for me is definitely something which I needed the training. I needed a bit more to be able to sort of offer the best experience for people who come into contact with the Shire Collective.
Perfect. And obviously you mentioned the training that you're going through, and the Shire Collective has evolved to be coaching groups as well, which I'm actually a part of. So I'm part of your coaching program, which has been amazing and transformative for my business. Obviously, from starting out as sort of a networking group and then evolving to events and the coaching, that's kind of evolving of your brand. So can you just talk through how your brand and design and marketing has shaped your business, kind of that journey that you went on with those areas of business?
Yeah, so for me, sort of having my branding, having something which I felt very much represented me and what I was trying to create. So kind of the aesthetics of the tones that I used, the voice of my business, making sure that I was speaking the language that I was going to attract the right people who really valued the space that I was creating. So I would say that I work quite hard on making sure that in sort of my social media, with emails that I send, my tone of voice, the colour palette I use, all of those things go into strengthening what I would say that the Shire Collective is all about. And one of the things is I want people to feel like a sense that they sort of know what they're coming to before they even maybe enter even the room. So to think about sort of the earthy tones I use, the feminine energy, which is very much part of all the groups that I run, to try and translate that into some of the socials that I do, the mail outs that go on my website, all of those things. So that definitely feels that I try and work quite hard at making sure that tone is right. Because to connect with the right people, I need to have that message.
And how did you find that process? Because obviously we work together on your website and we're currently evolving it as you're offering more services. A lot of people that come to me can find the process quite daunting when they start out their business, finding logos, doing websites and everything like that. So talk me through kind of that process, how you found that process, and generally marketing the business. If there was sort of one marketing tip that you could give someone for a business, what would that be?
Yeah, I think for me, it was really getting clear on what my values were for my business. And really, once I had that, I have very much used that a bit of a sort of a compass of where to guide me. And that really does that stands me in really good stead when I'm thinking about making choices. I would say that using your own voice, because I really do feel that will set you apart, that will make you different. And there might be lots of people who are doing things that are similar to you out there, but if you understand what your voice is, what you're offering, I think that translates so much better, because, you know, you're not reinventing the wheel, but what you're offering is unique to you. And I think that's one of the things that I would always say when people are having a bit of a wobble about, oh, but there's so-and-so and they're doing something similar, and but they're not you. So that actually is something really to like hold on to. And that's why getting your values of what your business is, what you're offering and who you're helping, getting those really clear is so much easier when you're making decisions along the way. So making sure that your voice is clear and true and you have clarity, I really believe that is the best foundation for your business.
You mentioned about the values of the Shire Collective. It'd be good for you to chat through those values for anyone listening that might never been to the Shire Collective, is thinking about coming. Just talk through those values, what they mean to you and how they can help a small business.
Great. So really what I would say is that coming along to the Shire Collective, the values of what I've tried to create are somewhere that is a soft place to land. And I was quite nervous in the beginning of launching a networking group where it wasn't maybe the traditional form of networking, which is maybe about the pitching, about the hustle. I was thinking about a space where people can land and it can be a soft place, because I believe that you can grow a business from a nurturing, soft way of being. And definitely those are the words that I would say embody the Shire Collective. We do sort of encourage people to sort of take action and keep the momentum, but I also believe that there's a real strength to the softness, and also it's much more sustainable for you as an individual, especially when we all have other commitments that we have to navigate and juggle. That to keep that momentum going, and to keep continual action, taking those steps forward. It is something which definitely the Shire Collective is about. So I would say nurturing a soft place to land, something that a place where you can build your business friendships. There's a place for you to grow, to be vulnerable, to learn from others, to get inspired by other people's journeys. And that's one of the things where I feel that when people are sharing their stories of the highs and lows, there's a real kind of moment where people can take, so they're inspired by others, because if they believe that they can do it, I can do it too. Yeah. And I think that gives you some confidence. So yes, in terms of values, I feel that the Shire Collective definitely welcomes everybody, and whatever stage you're at, whether you're new on the journey of running your own business, or you're seasoned in 20 years in, you are so welcome, and we can all learn from each other, because we've all had careers before we've started our businesses, and we really acknowledge those in the space of the Shire Collective, because actually all those skills and experience that you have had previously comes to play when you are navigating your own business, for sure. So that's definitely what I would say the values are.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that, actually, because I think I came to the Shire Collective when I was just transitioning from leaving my corporate job to starting my business. I actually wasn't allowed to market my business quite yet. So going to quite kind of like a really open, friendly networking, and kind of soft launching my business and going, hi, this is me, I'm kind of doing this now. And then you've been there completely on my journey as the business has grown, and navigating running a business, being pregnant and stuff like that. So yeah, just having that space where business owners can come and just sort of offload as well, because running a business can be really lonely. Like sometimes especially I think when I joined, it was kind of COVID time, so meetings were on Zoom and things like that. So just being able to go to a space where you can chat to other businesses, chat to like-minded people, talk through any issues that you might be having, and just have a group of people that completely get it, completely understand it, understand the juggle as well of kind of running your business, being a parent, because again, there's a lot of females in your group, which is great. So yeah, it's just amazing group that you've kind of created, and obviously now it's gone beyond Newbury, hasn't it? You've got multiple locations as well. But yeah, just to kind of wrap up with our final question, I just want to know, what would be your one piece of advice to a business, anyone starting out their business or looking to scale their business as you've gone through this journey? Is there anything you wish someone would have said to you as you were starting out? But yeah, any bit of advice that anyone listening?
Yeah, I would definitely say to use your voice, to allow yourself to connect with potential customers, clients, and don't be scared of putting yourself out there, because everything that you do, you will learn from. I always think, so don't perceive things as a mistake. They're just a learning journey. And actually, we all learn as we go along, and one door will close and another door will open. I remember meeting you at one of the first Shire meetups, and I remember you in that transition mode. And it's really lovely to hear that you felt that there was a space where it wasn't too intense, that you could just come up and be and show up in exactly the way you needed to. And I would say that the group is, I've made them a lot smaller. They're limited to no more than 12 ever. So there's a real chance for everyone to sort of have their voice heard and listened to, and be in a space where they feel that they can be energized from other people as well. So yeah, I would say one of my top points is be visible, find your voice, find your clarity. Once you have your values, use that as your compass. And I think that that's really helped me be able to show up, because I'm not naturally someone who wants to be on social media or puts themselves, in the spotlight. But because I feel passionate about what I do, and I really believe the Shire Collective does make a difference for people, that actually it's important for me to be visible. So, because there might be someone out there who really needs the support and needs the connection and needs a soft space to land. So yeah, I have great things for the Shire Collective as we move and navigate and find new amazing venues to host our catch-ups in. So we have Marlborough, we have Oxfordshire, we have Hampshire on the cards. So yes, I am spreading the Shire vibe to bring more like-minded, kind souls together who are happy to give advice and be in a soft space to land.
Perfect. And for anyone wanting to attend those sessions, they can obviously visit your website, which we are in the process of kind of revamping a little bit, which is...
So it's the Shire Collective, .co.uk.
Yeah. Or on Instagram, you are...
The Shire Collective.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you can find us on there. All of our ticket links are via Eventbrite. I limit them, so they're always small and intimate groups, which I think... makes the connections deeper. And one of the things I would say are the amazing business friendships that have been formed along the way.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much for your time today. It was great to hear all about the Shire Collective.
Thank you so much, Jen, for inviting me here today. It's been such a pleasure, and I'm excited about the next chapter for you. So thanks.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Love Local. If you're a small business owner in Newbury or the surrounding area and you've got a story to tell, I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to follow, leave a review, and share it with someone who'd love it too. Thanks again for listening. I'm Jen, and I'll see you again on the next episode of Love Local.